Hello, investing world. Lifestyle investing, where we invest based off our lifestyle to build that future lifestyle. Mike, myself, Derek in his house. Question is, right now, real quick, if you're watching, type of cryptocurrency exchanges out there. And Mike actually popped out a question on the last video on do some freeze, right?
Yeah, do some freeze.
If there's like speculation going on, if there's a huge sell-off, or if it goes up or down, a huge shift. Why should we learn about that?
Because if you are going to enter into an exchange, you want to know when you can get in there, because if there are times where they're going to shut them down, you want to make sure you're getting in there at a time where it's still open.
Right.
It's true.
So in my experience, to kind of shed a little bit of light on that, it's absolutely 100% real that they will I think the correct term in my experience is they will freeze your wallet. So the entire exchange will not shut down. But let's say I had bought a bunch of Bitcoin on an exchange, and all of a sudden people might have been pumping or dumping Bitcoin. The exchange has the right to freeze your wallet, so no one can access any of their coins.
Wow.
So they're frozen, you're stuck, you might want to trade, you might want to get it out, you might want to sell because it's at 50% growth, and then all of a sudden you're stuck. So it is a real thing, having them freeze.
And what about not letting you sign up for an exchange? Is that because that's what I've heard.
They outgrew their ability to support their users.
Okay.
I've actually heard from a lot of people that I'm very fortunate to have a Bittrex, a Binance, and a Cryptopia because some of these exchanges stopped taking new users because they could simply not support the registration alone, let alone having people get their money out. So you can kind of imagine how that kind of that alone halts the crypto industry alone. I think that has a little part to do with everything that's happened.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think the infrastructure is like that? Why do you think, because I feel like they could just hire more bodies, right? Or they could. Is it lack of funds? Is
maybe
it
bandwidth? Maybe
I think it's I think bandwidth is
too much
good.
at one time.
Not to speak for all the exchanges and just kind of on my knowledge level is that, I mean, in business we all got priorities on what we have to do, and I mean I think the thing is to build a functional business, a functional exchange, make sure your users are safe, because I don't think anyone wants to be on the exchange that got hacked and loses $534 million in coins of its users.
Yeah.
Because there was that recent one like a month ago.
Yeah, back in January on the 26th. CoinCheck in Japan.
Yeah.
Got hacked.
That was
so they mined the whole exchange.
They didn't. I don't want to say mined.
No, I'm just kidding. But
They
got a huge blockchain. Yeah. They got all the blockchain.
They got all the blockchain. They now own the blockchain. Yeah. Largest crypto hack of all time.
They probably just Control-C'd it, copy.
Yeah.
Like just did
a
copy
Control
and
X
paste.
Yeah.
Oh,
Control X.
No way.
Control V and it's on your bank, bro.
It is, dude.
That's
Holy
awesome.
smokes. Yeah, that's Fleek. And she's a freak. That's good. So, if you're okay, let's say we're sticking on exchanges. If you're like a young dude, right? Or not even like a young person, but someone who's never invested in crypto and they want to get into it. What's the first exchange they go to? Why? And after that one, which one would you go to, and then why?
So I'd start it off by saying you got to know what coin you want to buy, because not all coins are available on all exchanges.
Remember that.
So that is a big thing to understand, is that if you want XSpec, for example, it's only available on Cryptopia, which is based out of New Zealand. Okay. You can't get it on CoinBase. You can't get it on Bittrex. You have to exclusively get it off of Cryptopia. And it's frustrating because if they stop taking it, it's like, well, if they can't take any new users, how's my coin going to grow? So you really got to know what coins you want. Yeah. And then usually the coins list out what exchanges they're available on. The goal is for everything, I think, to get on Bittrex. That's like the honey exchange where all the good coins are.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's the goal of a lot of coins to get to Bittrex.
Bittrex. You guys hear that? Bittrex.
Based out of Seattle, Washington. So if they ever take my money, I can go knock on their door and see what happens.
Yeah.
$400.
So let's just throw out a couple out there. So there's CoinBase, Bittrex,
Binance,
Yobit,
Cryptopia. Oh, there's a lot of exchanges. Those are the main ones. I would honestly also read reviews online too. I think in this crypto scene, the best thing you can do is your own research and make your own opinion. Don't rely 100% on others, but go out there and read reviews. Like, one thing I really like about Binance, for example, is a 2-factor authentication for security. So anytime I want to withdraw money, I have to 2-factor. So that makes me feel a little bit safer when I'm investing.
Cell phone and email or something. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a really good way to ensure
half of your thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, half your thunder.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just that overall sense of security, just knowing that
That's
if
good.
it's there, there's at least one more barrier they have to break besides hacking your login information and just going to town.
Is it true that if you're going to buy any other coin, you need to either have like Ethereum or Bitcoin? I mean, are those the two main ones, or like, I mean, like, what's going on? Like, is it like that's the standard currency and you have to go into that to get the others?
So essentially, yeah, it kind of builds a derivatives markets for itself, at least from my understanding. That you buy the Bitcoin, which is great, it's a dollar bill, but then you can use the dollar bill to buy other dollar bills.
Yeah.
And Ethereum and Bitcoin are the two biggest exchanges where you can buy into and say, hey, well, there's a Bitcoin exchange. Here's a trade rate of what this coin's worth versus Bitcoin. Same. There's also like a Dogecoin and some other weird ones that are trying to be a Bitcoin, but there's just not a lot of trading on those exchanges. Yeah, you can go on and do it, but why? I mean, there's just no value there. But we can address some of that stuff later.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, we had
That's solid. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, we're wrapping up. That's exchanges. Go back, watch it again, and then watch the next video. Peace.